Well, hello and welcome to Marriage and Family Systems from Moody Bible Distance Learning. This is your fearless leader, Professor Jefferson Williams, coming to you from the remote location of Pontiac, Illinois, in my office at home. Hey, I just wanted to welcome you to week 7. Week 7 of week 8. We're almost done. It's almost October. I spent 2 hours yesterday with our worship planning team planning Christmas. What? Yes, it's coming. 91 days away right now. So I wanted to welcome you to week 7. And this is a little tricky week because you look at it and you're like, oh, there's 4 assignments due? Well, there are, but they're short. Each one of them are just a page. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do a budget. And there's on the Blackboard, there's a link for that. You're not going to turn in the budget. Okay, don't turn in the budget. Just turn in a 1-page reflection paper, double-spaced, of one thing that stood out to you. And I'm going to give you a hint. For most of you, I've taught this class, I don't know how many times now, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the last 3 years. Most of the younger people in this class spend an obscene amount of money on food. That's what you're going to find out. Almost every paper from somebody under 25 is like, oh my gosh, I spent a lot of money on food. So just write, whatever stands out to you, whatever you're like, wow, when you look at your budget, that's what your paper is going to be about, okay? The second paper, another 1-page reflection about the 5 languages of apology and what apology fits you, what apology works for you best. The third paper, another 1-page reflection, simply about Hubbard's contention that Matthew 18 should be used in marriage. Now, I want to just give you a little personal aside from me as a professor. What often happens is when you assign a paper, students are gung-ho. They want to write a good paper and they want the professor to like the paper. And so a lot of times, even if the material isn't quite on, they'll say, yeah, I loved it, it was great, and as I'm reading it, I'm like, no, it wasn't. I'm kind of giving you a hint of where I stand with Matthew 18 in marriage, where Hubbard makes this claim that Matthew 18 should be used in marriage. But you read it, make your own conclusions, and then support those conclusions in your paper. Then you have your discussion board, and you're going to share your thoughts about how Matthew 18 and Ephesians 5 go together, which is a really good assignment for you to think through, kind of synthesize those two things, and especially with your Hubbard reading. So that's it for this week. I would remind you that we are beginning week 7. At the end of week 8, which is going to be, I think, October 9th, that'll be that Monday night, midnight, your family research paper is due. It's due. Okay? So remember, at midnight, the class closes. I do not accept any assignments after that time. So make sure you're working on it right now. Don't wait till the last second. Okay? So there's no question of the week this week. And I did want to tell you that it's kind of neat living in a small town. I grew up in a big town, but I was actually on the front page of both papers in the last 2 weeks, of the paper here in Pontiac and the paper in Chenoa. So I'm famous this week. So small town, it's cool. So if you have any questions, comments, or prayer requests, please let me know. Anything I can help you with, please let me know. The number one goal of this class is not for you to get an A. It's for you to be a better husband, wife, brother, sister, family. You're able to serve and love your family better and be a more effective minister for Jesus. That's it. Okay, so 20 years from now, you will not remember the grade you made in this class. So don't worry about that. Worry about getting the information and the resources that you need to love the world. So love God, love others, LGLO. Okay, onward and upwards. Let's do this. Week 7 together.